The Nairobi Senator, Edwin Sifuna, is well known for his fearless approaches to matters of concern. And today, he came out to badly expose President William Ruto on how he has been extorting money from his fellow Kenyans, more specifically those with payslips, through affordable housing for his own good.
So some of the issues that were being raised by Senator Khalwale, if indeed we put in place in a law a board to be able to be the ones to determine who gets these units of housing, how can anyone else, it doesn't matter their position in the structure of government, be the one allocating houses? And I speak painfully because this is my money. And the initial argument, Honorable Speaker, was that those of us who make an income contributing to this fund so that the people on the lower echelons of society in Mukuru can be able to afford these houses. Are we still serving those people, or these affordable houses paid for by my money very painfully, Honorable Speaker, are available for donations because of someone sitting in the office of head of state? He can decide today that Faith Kipyegon deserves a 2-bedroom house. Faith Kipyegon, for all her glory, surely, you know, she cannot be described as a poor person. She doesn't live in Mukuru. She doesn't live in Mukuru. Why would we pass a law? Why couldn't we just say, this fund is now going to be run from State House, and he will decide and determine who gets these affordable houses at whim? Secondly, Honorable Speaker, they have provided for a requirement for a deposit of 5% of the unit price. I have a problem, and the people of Mukuru, the people of Mathare, the people of Kibra in Nairobi have told us, because in Nairobi, as a county government, we are also undertaking affordable housing schemes, and because of the intervention of this Senate, and especially the Senate Housing Committee, we have made sure that there is no requirement for a deposit when you get a unit of an affordable house under the Nairobi County government. Because we know our people, Senator Khalwale, they cannot afford 5% of, I don't know what is the cost of a 2-bedroom house in the new Mukuru. Honorable Speaker, they cannot afford. No wonder many of them, even after getting into those houses, are selling those houses, are renting them out and going back to the slum. They are going back to the slum. Madam Speaker, that requirement of a deposit does not make sense to me, because we have already contributed amounts. I think I've been contributing for over a year now. Can my money be used as deposit for the people of Mukuru? I am never going to apply for those houses. They were not meant for people like me. I have a parliamentary scheme here. I have a house. Honorable Speaker, this one, on behalf of the people of Nairobi, I have to say no. Then they go and create something called deposit assistance, which basically is to tell you that they will give you a loan to get the deposit. They will give you a loan to get the deposit. Senator Gataya, if, for instance, people who have been contributing and actually wanted, a teacher in Buruburu wanted to apply for this house, they have already been paying. Why are you asking them for a deposit? Then you go and give them a loan. And they have structured, Honorable Speaker, interest bands that depending on how much money you earn. I have a big problem there, because, Honorable Speaker, if you look at the report of the Kenya National Bureau of Statistics, there are only 387,000 Kenyans as of 2023 who earn over 100,000 shillings. And this figure is critical, Honorable Speaker, for various reasons. You will see there that in these regulations, there are 3 categories of houses. Social housing, which is for people who earn less than 20,000 shillings per month. Then there's something they are calling affordable housing, 20 for people who earn between 20 and 140,000 shillings per month. Then there's this thing called affordable middle income housing for people who earn over 150,000 Kenya shillings. Out of a population of 55 million people, only 387 as of 2023 earn above 100,000 shillings. You are telling us you are reeling off 200 units per year. Who are you building these houses for? Who are these people you're building these houses for? If you did, of course, they have never even scratched the surface on that promise of 200,000 annually. But, Honorable Speaker, if they build those 200,000 houses, in 1 year, and another financial year they build 200,000, so that we have a total of 400,000, the people who would be able to afford those houses would already be exhausted, because the number is at 387,000 people only who can afford these houses. I personally have big problems with this affordable housing scheme. I thought it was very poorly thought out. It is actually punitive on the small population of people who actually have a payslip in this country. I was in Funyula with the Honorable Undo in Busia County. In the middle of Busia, not even at the town, in the town, somewhere deep there in the rural areas. Yes. Yeah, I saw they are building 12 floors. And Honorable Speaker, the good thing is that you come from the same region as I do. Where I come from, Honorable Speaker, if your chicken cannot get into that place, you also cannot get in there and sleep there. Because there is no chicken that lives on 12th floor. And this is, we live with chicken, you know, for us. They are considered family. So I was looking at those units in Funyula. I was wondering, who are these people? Who are the people who are targeted to stay in these units? And maybe Senator from Busia, the Honorable K. Omtata, can shed light and tell us who are those units meant for. And when you speak to the people in that area, how they wish all that concrete was a hospital, how they wish all that concrete was a school, how they wish, Honorable Speaker, that concrete was something that they actually needed. Because the problem with this affordable housing scheme is that it does not prioritize our needs. The reason why somebody would be given a unit in Mukuru and go back to the slum is because the priority of that person is to eat. The priority of that person is education. The priority of that person is healthcare. But because this government knows why it prioritizes houses, they will tell you. They will tell you, Honorable Speaker, the people supplying material for that construction, the people supplying sand, the people supplying cement, they are more than happy to build those things. It doesn't matter whether people will ever own them or live with them, because they will already have been paid and they will disappear. That is all that this affordable housing is about. It's about making money for cronies of people in power.
The senator has talked about complex regulations which has been put around the affordability of these affordable houses. And for you now to have one, you have to go a very rigorous process, and that is meant specifically to sabotage many Kenyans who might be willing to have these houses. Because from what we know is that the president is now on a mission to campaign on these houses. A month ago, he donated 20% of these houses to discipline forces. He also recently donated 20% of these houses to teachers. Earlier on, he also promised 20% to Harambee Stars, and all these donations are meant specifically for his 2027 re-elections. So you can see that the president is now out to campaign on this affordable housing. They are no longer for the public, but for his own good. That can tell you that what Sifuna is talking about is actually what is going on around Sha. And he has also talked about the materials. It is being said that the president is more committed to affordable housing because he is the one who is supplying the materials from his company. I do not know. So he is benefiting more than any Kenyan around this affordable housing. And that's why he is so tough and very focused on this issue of affordable housing.